Hi everyone, welcome. My name's Jenna, if we haven't practiced together before. This is a shorter duration, gentle, slow moving yoga practice. Most of these postures are going to be on the floor or close to the floor. So roll out your mat and let's get started. Okay, so find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Could be cross-legged, could be on your knees, legs out in front. Go for comfort. And then close your eyes. Slide the shoulders down. Find some length along your spine. And pull your head over top of your body. So you're stacked, head over shoulders, over hips. And we'll flip the palms upwards. Backs of the hands can rest on your knees. Connect your thumb to the middle finger, the tip of your middle finger. Soften the other fingers. Let the palm of your hand relax. And then with your thumb, make some small circles on the tip of your middle finger. And the other way. Pause the circles, and with the lightest amount of touch, keep middle finger and thumb connected on both hands. Relax the elbows, relax the shoulders, keep the backs of the hands where they are, yet pull the elbows slightly towards you as if you're drawing your energy in towards the center of yourself. Okay, and then a few long and wide deep breaths here. If you've got some energy to move, you can go in and through the nose, out through the mouth. If you're wanting to calm and slow and soothe, go in and out through the nose. Take 3 or 4 more breaths. Listen for your breath, feel for your breath. Let that tune you inward. Focus your attention and your energy on you. Good. And then release the mudra, release the fingertips from each other, flutter the eyes back open. You can turn the palms to face downwards and hold on to the knees, the tops of the knees, maybe even the upper shins. Pull the chest and heart through and forwards. You can look up slightly and then do the opposite. Push your chest back, tuck the chin to the chest. Do a couple like that. Just check in on the spine, on the hips. Breathe in as you look up. Breathe out as you round. Let's do one more. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. And from an upright position again, you can keep the hands there if you like. Start to make some circles around with your whole spine. Moving in one direction. Just let the shoulders be loose. Let the head be relaxed. Okay, tuning inward. So feel into the hips. How are they feeling when you do this? How's the low back feel today? Go the other way. Okay, breathe in and out through the nose as we're here. Smooth breaths. Wide, long breaths. Good. And then from center, if you're crossed at the legs, uncross the legs. Recross them again. That opposite shin will now be in front. Find your sit bones again. Take the fingertips out wide. Really reach out through the middle fingers and the ring fingers. Stretch out. Keep the head stacked over the shoulders, which is over the hips. And then inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Look up. Watch the palms connect. Pull down through the center line and walk yourself out into a forward fold, any amount. You could be up on the fingertips. Some of you will walk all the way down to the forearms. And wherever you are, drop the head down. And you could even sway your body here slightly to the left and to the right. Let the head go to the left and to the right. Still checking in on the hips and the legs and the low back. How are they feeling? Okay, keep swaying yourself as you walk yourself back up through center. Okay, and take the arms out again. Inhale, reach up. Palms touch. Exhale, pull down through center. Let's do 2 more like that. Really reach out and up. Get long. Exhale, pull down. And 1 more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, pull the palms to the chest. Nice. Let's twist over to the right. So turn and look to the right side of you. Take your left hand to the right thigh. The right fingertips will come back and down behind you somewhere. You can kind of zip up that back arm towards your body. Look over the right shoulder and then either close your eyes or focus them on something. Let's take 2 breaths here. Okay, look forward, untwist, head all the way over to the other side. Right hand to the left knee or thigh. Left fingertips back behind you. Look to the left. Turn the torso to the left. Your hands will guide you to that end range there and focus your eyes again. 2 breaths. Okay, look forward, untwist, come back through center. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, pull the palms down to the chest. Nice. And then you can roll over your crossed legs. Come onto all 4s from here, a tabletop position. Spread the fingers out wide. Your middle finger faces forward. Untuck the toes. Find some symmetry through the legs. We'll drop the belly down. Look up with the eyes and with your cervical spine. Inhale. Exhale, do the opposite. Round the body. Press the mat away from you. Chin to the chest. We'll do a few more like that. And you can close your eyes as you do this to keep checking in with your body, with your hips, with your shoulders. How's your breath feeling, sounding? Breathe in to look up. Breathe out as you round. Okay, 1 more like that. Forward and backwards with the spine. And then from a neutral spine, turn and look towards the right foot, arching the spine, and the other way. Turn and look towards the left foot. So moving the spine laterally to the right and to the left, and you can let your hips sway a little bit here, side to side. 1 more time, looking to the right foot, looking to the left foot. Nice, and then widen the knees apart slightly, toes come together. Come to child's pose. You can stretch the arms out in front of you. Drop your forehead down to the mat. Lower the elbows down to the mat. And switch your breath here. Go in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. A few long breaths. One more breath here. Breathe into the back low part of your lungs. Okay, and then look forwards. Come on back up onto all 4s. You can tuck the toes under and walk yourself back, stretching out through the bottoms of your feet. You may manually move those little pinky toes out side to side and sit back on the heels on your feet. This is a deep stretch through the fascia on the bottom of your feet, so you can be here. You could also lift up a little bit too and be on your knees. Still a stretch through the feet. Okay, let's do 3 big circles with the arms. So reach up, look up, touch the palms. Exhale, pull down through center. 2 more. Inhale. Pull down, exhale. Inhale, reach up, look up. And then exhale, come all the way down onto all 4s again here. Bend at the knees, roll the ankles around one direction, the other direction. Tap the feet out. Good, and then tuck those freshly stretched toes. Slowly lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Really let the head go here. You could even shake the head, shake the hair out. Okay, and then bend the knees quite generously so you're a bit springy in this downward facing dog. You've got a bend in the ankles, bend in the knees, bend at the hips. Okay. Look forwards now and watch the palms walk back to meet up with your feet at the back of the mat. Lift your hands up to your shins, come up halfway, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do a couple more like that. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen your legs, your elbows, your spine, and then really forward fold deeply, drop the head down. Nice. 1 more like that. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. Okay, walk the palms all the way back out again, downward facing dog. We'll take the right leg up and back behind us, get really long, bend that knee, open up through the hips, stack the hips on top of each other, look to the right, and then lower, switch to the other leg. Inhale the left leg up and back, get really long. Bend that knee, open up through the hips, stack the hips, look to the left. Good, and then lower all the way back down. Look forwards. Okay, we're going to take an inhale for downward dog. Exhale, shift the body forwards, plank pose. Inhale again, downward dog. Moving slow and steady here. Exhale, plank. Okay, inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, plank. And 1 more. Inhale, downward dog. And exhale, plank. Good. Look forward as you lower with control down to your belly. Okay, point the toes back, slide the hands back. 3 baby cobras here. Hug the elbows in. Inhale to peel off the mat. Look forwards. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Okay, elbows in. Press the pubic bone down as you lift. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to the mat. And 1 more like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Nice. Tuck the toes. Press to your knees. Mini child's pose. Stretch back, toes still tucked. Okay, and then downward facing dog again. And bend the knees here. One side, the other side. One side, the other side. Okay. Widen the feet about as wide as your yoga mat. Inhale, lift up onto your tippy toes. Stretch the bottoms of your feet out again. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift tippy toes. Exhale, lower. Nice. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, lower. Nice. Let's take 1 deep breath in through the nose. Exhale it out. Big time out through the mouth. Good. And then walk the feet to the middle of the mat. You can bring your seat down. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Find your sit bones. Okay, inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And then exhale, leading with the chest first. Come forward, 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 any amount until you naturally stop, and then lower the hands down. Even if the knees bend a little bit here, that's cool. And then you can either let the hands rest by the sides of your legs. You could hold the ankles. You could hold the feet. Wherever you are, drop the head down and forward. And give yourself, again, that little gentle sway from left to right. A few steady, slow streams of breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice, and then slowly walk yourself back up through center. Let's counterpose that forward fold. 2 options. Reverse tabletop, bend the knees, press into the feet, lift the hips. You can look back as far as your neck will allow. Hold there for a couple breaths. Second option, point the toes, straight leg, lift the hips. Same idea, stretching through the chest, the shoulders, the fronts of the legs. Dip the head back if you can. Take a big breath. And exhale as you lower. Good. Keep those toes pointed now. Take the arms out in front of you like you're holding a beach ball, maybe a basketball. And without moving the hands together, press them together, engage them together. Okay, start to roll down through the spine, zip up the legs, press the legs towards each other, point the toes. Slow and controlled. Come all the way down onto your back. Nice. Lift that basketball all the way back behind you and stretch out here. Relax, close the eyes, deep breath into the chest, the upper back, and out. Nice. Okay, lower the hands back down. Plant the feet down on the mat. Press into them, lift the hips up towards the sky. Give them a little shake off, a little shake out. Shake, shake, shake. And then lower the hips back down. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Okay, give yourself a rock to the left, to the right. Let the head follow. And from here, lower the feet again, press into them. Lift the hips and move them over to the left a fair amount, like half a foot. And then drop the knees over to the right. You want to stretch the left elbow out to the left, like a little cactus shape. Even if it hovers in space, that's okay. Have the knees about hip height, and that right hand can hold on to your knees here if you like. Feel like the top hip is stacked over the bottom hip. So if you want to shuffle or shimmy there, top hip stacked over the bottom hip. Close your eyes, let the twist happen. Let's take a few breaths here. See if you can relax the teeth apart from each other. Soften up through the throat, through your neck at all. Okay, next step in this twist is to straighten the bottom leg. And see if you can still keep that top hip stacked over the bottom hip. So I'm going to put my hand under my knee. Otherwise, I'm going to twist a little bit too far for me today. So you can go super far. You might even let this knee hover. That would work too. And all the while, keep that left shoulder coming back and down. Take a couple breaths into the chest, into the thoracic spine. Okay, and final stage of this twist is to bend that bottom leg. Take the left hand and see if you can grab for your foot. See if you can grab for your foot. And try, if you can, grab for it, hold it there, let it pull your left shoulder into a more of a twist. Maybe now you let that left knee really drop down. Okay, so a bit of a quad stretch through the right side. Take a breath here. Nice, and then release that foot. Okay, make your way back onto your back. Go slow. Make sure your hips are parallel again. Find some symmetry. Press into both feet. Lift the hips. Give them a little shake out, a shake off again. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So place the hips over to the right this time. Drop the knees over to the left. Okay, and think about stacking that right hip over the left hip. And then stretch the right arm out to the right, a little cactus arm, bent at the elbow will help pull that right pec and chest open a little bit here. The left hand can support the legs, knees are bent over to the left, soften the feet. Let your head fall where it wants to fall. You don't have to hold on to it so that the neck stays soft. Okay, a couple breaths here. And start to straighten the bottom leg now. Keep the right hip stacked over the left hip. Drop into that twist a touch further here. Okay, keep the right shoulder coming back and down. A couple deep breaths here. Soften the legs. You know, even if they slip out from you a little bit, that's okay. Just soften the legs. Let the twist happen through that kind of bra line, thoracic spine area. And then one final step, bend the bottom knee. See if you can reach for the foot with your right hand. Grab hold of it if you can. You might just touch it. You could keep the legs straight, all good. Feel that stretch through the left quad, left hip flexor perhaps. Bit of a deeper twist. It's going to pull that right shoulder down and open slightly. Take 2 breaths here. Nice. And then slowly release that bottom foot. Make your way back onto your back. Go slow. Okay, plant both feet down on the mat. Lift the hips up. Give them another shake out, a little shake off. Awesome. And then soles of the feet can come together. Drop the knees open wide. If that's a bit much, to let the legs really relax with gravity here, you can tuck your fists under the upper outer legs so they don't quite go as far. You really want to let the groins, the inner lines of your legs relax here as best you can. So if you go too deep into it, things will contract and pull back. So see if you can go to that perfect amount where the legs can actually soften. Let your glutes soften. Let your belly soften. Let go of any holding there. And if you have your arms free, you can stretch them up and back behind you for a couple of final breaths here. And feel for that length through the front body, through the thighs, the long leg bones. Okay, lower the hands back down. Everybody scoop up the knees, help them come back towards each other. Press the feet down into the mat one more time. Lift the hips up, a little mini shake out. Good, and lower back down. Just do a simple windshield wiper-like motion here. Drop the knees over to the left and to the right, and to the left and to the right a couple of times. Let the head follow where it wants to go. And then this is our final posture here. So stretch and slip the legs long for Shavasana, our resting posture. If you have anything to slip under your knees, that can always feel really nice and supportive, particularly for the knee joints, but also the low back. You can turn the palms upwards, let the feet fall apart from each other. Close your eyes. Tuck a shoulder blade under. Tuck the other shoulder blade under. Let the weight of your head fall back. Let the jaw hang free. Take a couple extra big breaths here. Really focusing on letting go of that exhale to help the body settle into a quiet and steady and still space for a few moments. Bring your hands on your body somewhere, anywhere. And then take a couple of breaths underneath, directed towards your hands at that exact and precise connection point between hands and body. And offer yourself a moment of sweetness here, of kindness, of encouragement. Stretch the arms up over your head. Get really long in your body to come out. Nice. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Give them a final squeeze. Give yourself another little rock to the left, to the right. And rock yourself over to your favorite side. And then press yourself back up into a seat of choice. Find that long length along your spine again. Roll the shoulders back, let them drop down. Hands can rest heavy. Close the eyes. Okay, let's take one final breath in together. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing with me here today. I'll see you next time.